Yes, guys, this is an instant reaction as Newcastle played their first Champions League game in over 20 years at the San Siro and take a point from our first match. I'll tell you what, there is a lot to get into. I'm glad I'm sitting down because I was not sitting down for any of that game. It was one of those, wasn't it? And it was ups, there was downs, there was a lot of tight moments, but ultimately, if you offered me a point at the San Siro in our first Champions League game in a very long time, I would have taken it. And I tell you what again, Nick Pope, take a bow. Take 9 bows, because there was a few moments where maybe he punched when he should have caught, or maybe pushed away, but how many? I think they finished on 20 plus shots. I mean, honestly, Shaw, Botman, Boone, Trippier, defensively, take a massive bow. We've gone and played a good team in a big occasion, and you kind of felt it at the start that the players were a little bit okay. The players felt it. I felt it. I think the whole Toon Army felt it. To be honest, it was. I've been nervous all day. I don't normally get nervous for games. I got nervous before Wembley. It was the first time in a while where I really felt it in me, and I think we started a little bit like how we started at Wembley, actually, which was a big occasion, a lot of noise. AC Milan are coming off the back of a trouncing against their rivals Inter Milan. I'll tell you what, actually, they were very physical. I think Newcastle as a side are a very physical team. We put ourselves about, Premier League-wise. We try and push other teams around. We try and bully teams off the ball. I don't know, they did the exact same, to be honest. They were on it. They were really picking at us. They were hitting us hard, and it made it difficult for us. We started off not slow, but trying to get our bearings. I would say kind of coming into maybe the 5-10 minute, we started to pick ourselves up, started looking a little bit more relaxed. Maybe that wasn't a good thing, because after that moment, AC Milan took the game and had 12th minute, 13th minute, 14th, 15th, 16th, so many shots on goal. Thankfully, Nick Pope was on hand to keep the ball out of the net. And you have to say, I mean, they had the better of it. I think there was times in that game when we did open them up a little bit. We did have our moments. Longstaff had his moment as he ran into the penalty box and threw himself on the floor. I tell you what, part of me, I'm screaming looking at a TV, so I'm thinking, pen. No, there was no one anywhere near him. He just threw himself on the floor. Tell you what, if it got given and would have won, I would have let him off. But yeah, they were physical, they were on us. And it was a bit, I think first Champions League game, possibly if it was at St James's Park, maybe could have really given us the big buzz. I think going out there first time, you could see that there was a lot going on there, and they had to step up for it. And it did just take that little bit of time for them to really start trying to get into the game a bit more. Coming in at the end of the first half, and I'm thinking 0-0 half time. You know what, I take it. I'll tell you what else I did like about the first half. The shirts they were wearing. I'm thinking, looking at the back of them going, what's different about these shirts? White shorts, white socks, trying to roll back the clock to the last time we were in the Champions League, so it's not often we do play in those colours, and then full white on the back with the number on. That's the kit I want. I've been holding off buying the new strip because I've been waiting to see what the new numbers on the back look like. I actually hope they do bring out a Champions League version of the kit so fans can go and buy that as well. But anyway, going into the second half, and you're hoping we'll really come out quick. And we did. You could tell Eddie. I'll tell you what. At the end of the game, Eddie Howe. Look, someone goes to me. Eddie Howe looks like he needs a cigarette. I think like he needed a whole pack by the end of the game. He was absolutely blaring it from the sidelines. Going at the second half, we looked quick. We looked like we were trying to make just some of those little knocks around corners, just trying to connect things up, because we weren't at our best. But the thing is, at the end of the day, AC Milan were very physical, they were very structured. And I would say that for us on the opposite end, actually. Defensively, I thought our banks of players were very structured. And you partly wonder, is that because Eddie Howe's gone, yeah, we are playing AC Milan away in our first game in the Champions League in a very long time. And Eddie Howe actually said in an interview before the game, he hopes they attack us. He hopes they come for us because it will probably allow us to maybe try and fire back a little bit. I don't think AC, although they, again, had some very key moments in the game. The header from Liao that went over the bar, and when Liao literally ran through our entire team and then tried to do a back heel turn that totally missed and went out. And I'm thinking, oh God, just blow the whistle, just let it end. But no, honestly, I thought there was moments where we did look okay. And I've already praised the defence. I'll praise further forward as well. I thought Tonali looked really good. I think the thing was, I thought Longstaff, for me, was really good. I thought, especially second half, I thought he broke the play up a lot. He was on the ball a lot. He was doing as much as he could and did have a very good game. I would say, however, I wish Bruno was on the ball as much as Longstaff was. You know, why was it always Longstaff? Why doesn't Bruno have more of the ball? And I think that maybe comes again back down to the dynamic of the three, who was playing where. I thought Tonali looked great. Tonali at times looked like he was playing left wing. And I think that again comes down to the personality of Tonali. He wants to pick the ball up, he wants to run with it, he wants to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and make something happen, which I think is brilliant. The thing is, though, is that we previously did everything through Bruno. Everything went to Bruno. It was Longstaff passed the ball to Bruno and ran that way. Joe Linton passed the ball to Bruno and ran the other way. And now you've got Tonali going, well, actually, I'm going to pick the ball up and I'm going to do it myself. And because of that, I think at times Bruno kind of gets lost in the game where, because Tonali's not passing it and running away like Joe Linton does, Bruno's kind of stand there without the ball. And maybe that's why potentially you need to work on that a little bit, because as I say, I thought Longstaff did incredible, but there was a lot of times where Longstaff was trying to do short turns on the ball, and I'm thinking, why is that not Bruno doing that? But going, as I say, coming on instead of around the 63rd, 65th minute, Eddie Howe starts to make some changes, and I think the changes were actually good changes. We pushed Isak out to the left, we took Gordon off for Miggy, who again I thought Gordon looked good. It was like trying to connect players into the game. A lot of times, Isak was coming so deep for the ball because he wasn't receiving it up top. And that's why they had a lot of pressure on us, and that's why I will praise the defence. Happy days, take a big point from the San Siro. First game of the Champions League in a very long time. I will, you know, if we'd lost today, I would have been straight home. I'm not. I'm going to go to the pub, have a few more beers, watch the late game. I am happy with that result, but there is still just little bits in there that we need to work on. But had you offered me a point before the start of the game, I would have taken it. And as I say, I thought Gordon looked good at times, like get on the ball, turning around a player. There's a lot of those knocks weren't quite coming off, but I think a lot of that again is because AC Milan were very physical with us. They wouldn't let us have a touch turn around. As soon as we got the ball, bang! Someone was hitting through the back of our player, and we're going, well, where do you pass it to? Pass it to Longstaff. He's trying to find a pass. Somebody's on him as well. They very much played us out of our game. And as I say, coming out of the end of it with them having 20 plus shots and us, I think, having 4 with none on target, yeah, I will take it. So let me know your thoughts on our first Champions League game in a very long time. Lots to digest over the next few days. We haven't got too long. We've got a game again on Sunday against Sheffield United, and hopefully we'll get a win in that one. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Drop a like, subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. Big first game, bring on the next. Let me know your thoughts down below. Catch you later.